How is it going, PokeMoshPit? My name's Tommy, and today I'm bringing you a match against BoBoyy23 from the Smogon Battle Finder. At least I assume that's his name. That's what I got written down on the file, but then again the file is like 4 months old, so it could be wrong for all I know. But it's an interesting match nonetheless, and I figured, even though I've upgraded to Black and White 2, and that's kind of the majority of games that will be uploaded to this channel, I figured, why waste a good game? I thought it was pretty fun, so hopefully you guys will enjoy as well. So I decided to lead off with my Shrew-Man-Chew, as I always do. Hey, call me William Wordsworth. I figured if he leads with Chinchino or Swellow, it would be the best lead. And Lairon, yeah, there's a possibility just for getting up rocks, so that's also kind of a thing to bear in mind. So I go for knockoff on the first turn. I half expected the switch to War Turtle on the first turn, but then I figure on the second turn, okay, now he's going to switch, not wanting to take an Earthquake. And yeah, luckily he does switch into said War Turtle, otherwise that would have made me look like an idiot. Now I go into Maractus here to take what would hopefully be a Scald, and it does luckily turn out to be that, and not Toxic. Now Maractus here is going to be one of the key players in this game. Even though he's got, what, Charizard, Chinchino, all this other powerful stuff which could just destroy the majority of Maractai, if that's the plural. Well, it's Pokemon, I guess the plural is always the same as the singular, but whatever. This is a very special Maractus, my friends, hand-trained by Shrew-Man-Chew himself. I have Sub, I have Sucker Punch, I have Drain Punch, and I have Wood Hammer, I want to say. The funny thing is, those are Black and White 2 move tutor moves, even though I was playing on the Black and White 1 ROM, but hey, whatever. Now I go into Grumpig to take whatever special move. Now, I think this is back when Charizard just got moved down to NU from RU, and therefore a lot of people didn't really... Like, the standard Charizard set I see nowadays is more of an Expert Belt set, or maybe like a Life Orb set. But back then, I think everyone was using either Choice Specs or Choice Scarf Charizard, so that's kind of what I assumed at the time. But either way, Grumpig can take the hits. I go for T-Wave on whatever, in comes the Lairon, which is probably the best thing to take it. Now I go into Shrew-Man-Chew, does miss the Head Smash, which is unfortunate, though I don't know how much it would have done to Eevee-like Sandshrew. So I get at Rocks just because I may as well. Now I'm going to make the switch back into Grumpig to hopefully take either Fire Blast, Hidden Power Grass, whatever. I think he does go for the HP Grass in the end. Now the great thing about Grumpig is, as opposed to something like Gardevoir or Mischievous or whatever, Grumpig does also get access to Thick Fat. Now Thick Fat is great for stuff like, you know, any Fire-type sweepers, I guess. Not many special Ice-type sweepers, but it is definitely a good thing to have on your side. Basically a resistance to fire and ice. Always handy. Now I think I did predict the switch here. Either that or maybe War Turtle, but I kind of figure, okay, go to Maractus. I have the Drain Punch. Lairon still takes it amazingly well, even without the Eevee-Light. I mean, that's a powerful physical wall, let me tell you. But now I go for Sub, just in case, whatever, just in case I can get up a Sub and keep it there. But no, it does hit through this time. I feel kind of bad about the first turn because one Head Smash probably would have taken out Maractus, and that would have saved him a lot of trouble later on. But, you know, that's how the hacks plays out in the end. Kind of evens out. Eventually, you hope. But I go for Drain Punch, just take him out, and that is the end of Lairon. Now, Maractus claims his first kill. Now, keep a count of these kills because Maractus... You'll probably never see Maractus get this many kills, at least in any of my videos again. Definitely not the most potent of sweepers, but it has its uses. Now I go into Bayonetta here, actually predicting a U-turn because I didn't think he'd want a Tail Slap knowing that I have this thing around. But he goes for Tail Slap, that's fine. Now I go for a Sucker Punch just to get a bit more damage on him. Now he goes for Rock Blast. I assume that was the best thing he had to hit my Bayonet with, and had he U-turned, you know, that wouldn't have done too much because it's resisted, whatever. But now, next turn, here's the key play. I figure because one more Sucker Punch will take him out, he may want to switch into his War Turtle just to try and preserve his Chinchino, which he will, obviously. Now I go for Shadow Claw. Now Shadow Claw is definitely a powerhouse of a move when it comes from Bayonet. Jesus Christ. Bayonet actually has, what, base 100 and something attack. And a lot of people forget about that it is actually a pretty potent physical sweeper in the lower tiers. The only problem is it has pretty lackluster speed, but you know, you can work around it. You can use priority and maybe baton pass some speed out, whatever. There's always ways around it. Now in comes Swellow, and Swellow is definitely one of the biggest threats to my team. The only thing I have to really handle it is Sandshrew, and by handle it I mean gradually wear it down with Brave Bird Recoil. I don't know why he Brave Birded, maybe predicting the switch back to Bayonet. But all I can really do is spin away the rocks and then kind of rack up the toxic damage a bit more. Because I have only Earthquake as my attacking move, so you know, that's how it plays out pretty much. So he kills off Sandshrew. Not too big a deal, as I think all he has left is... Well, in terms of physical attackers, I think all he has left is Swellow and Samurott, and I wouldn't want to put it against Samurott anyway. Now he makes the good play here, predicts my Sucker Punch, goes into his Samurott. Now I did predict him not to go for Waterfall right off the bat, so I go for Will-O-Wisp. But then that misses, that's fine. Will-O-Wisp does miss from time to time. But now I go into Swoobat because I have the Unaware, and I kind of figure, okay, he'll go for Aqua Jet, predicting my Sucker Punch, and I can take a couple of Aqua Jets and then trick him something, and then go from there. But that doesn't work out. Kills off my Swoobat, kills off my Bayonet. This is kind of me being a derp and just switching around a lot. It was mostly unnecessary because all I needed to do really was go for a Vacuum Wave on Monferno, and eventually knock him down to the point where Maractus can take him out pretty much. It turns out I get off 2 Vacuum Waves, and it actually brings him down to the point where Life Orb will kill him off anyway. So that's fine, either's good with me. Samurott goes down, and believe me, Samurott is something which has swept me many a time. So that is definitely something I am pretty scared of. Now in comes Swellow. Swellow with the massive destructive force of Facade is going to take up Grumpig without too much of a problem. Now from here, I know that Swellow, if he switches out, he's dead. All he can really do is go for a quick attack, which, yeah, might do, what, around about half to Maractus, but not really a big deal. So I kill it off with Sucker Punch. That's great. In comes Chinchino, and that is down to a point where Sucker Punch will kill. And the kind of critical thing here is that Chinchino almost never carries any non-attacking moves. And because his Charizard is Scarfed, or Specs, whatever it is, as opposed to the more recent ones which tend to carry like a Roost Expert Belt set, he has to attack, he has no choice. So therefore I can go for Sucker Punch, and that is going to, against all odds, actually take out the Charizard. So, don't know how that happened, but by some miracle Maractus actually pulled through for me. So Maractus, do not mess with him. Hope you guys enjoyed the battle, and if you like this, check out more on my channel, which is in the video description. And with that being said, I will see you all next time. Goodbye.